Today I fucked up by making my friend laugh too hard. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some recent r/Today I Fucked Up stories posted on Reddit. Today I fucked up by making my friend laugh too hard. My friend Leo, fake name, and I are really close, and since last year we both were preparing for really difficult exams, separate exams and hence separate classes. Leo and I are generally really close and we enjoy each other's company, and used to hang out all the time before the preparation of our respective exams. Because of that we would see each other very less, but it was fine by us. We were going to take a trip together this year, viz after the exams, but thanks to Corona our dreams were shattered. Due to state lockdown and other restrictions we could not hang out with each other, but recently due to some upliftment on restrictions, we were able to hang out after a year and a half, yay. We were hanging out at Leo's place. We were having a great time after years, but then we decided to watch some funny videos on YouTube. In one of the videos, there was this man who was trying to paint his roof green. It might be some amalgam for all I know, but it was green, and the bucket tumbles down the roof with the man and there is green paint everywhere. We just chuckled and I said something like, "Well, the grass is green on the other side." See, I know it wasn't that good of a joke, but our sense of humor is way down in the ground and we thought it was funny and we had a good laugh. But then you know when you keep adding things to a joke and it makes it funnier? Yeah, that was what was happening and we were laughing like crazy people. Now here's the fuck up. We were sitting on normal wooden chairs and Leo was sitting in crisscross applesauce position. He laughed so hard he fell on his back with the chair. And he tried to get support by holding onto my chair and I fell down too. So there we were, two college students lying on their back in pain but still laughing like idiots on chair debris. Today I fucked up by using my phone one-handed while masturbating. So I just got back from a trip with my buddies from a mountain biking resort, and didn't really have the chance to rub one out, either because my friends were annoying the shit out of anyone in the toilet for too long or I was just straight up exhausted. I got home in the afternoon and took a nap until 10 o'clock or 10:15. I assumed that my entire family was asleep, so I thought to myself, why not rub one out? I got up and went to the toilet to do the deed, but my phone was at 3%, so I had to grab the charger. Got the charger, plugged it in, and since the cable wasn't very long I had to angle myself towards the outlet and reach with my left hand so I wouldn't fuck the cable up. I went on videos to find some material to use and found a good video to get me in the mood. At this point, I got one hand on the phone and the other on the gear shifter. I wanted to come quick and go back to bed, so with the extended arm with the phone in hand, I used my index finger to skip the skit that sets up the situation. When you skip, the video pauses, so I quickly pressed the play button, but the little fucker called the Chromecast button popped up and took the play button's place and I thought nothing of it. After doing the deed, I went back to my room and I heard my dad calling me from downstairs. I was surprised he was up, but I assume he was watching a hockey replay or something. He told me to get downstairs right away, and as soon as I got down and saw the TV, I was sweating rivers. The material I just used was right there, on the 55 inches TV and 4K UHD. I fucked up bad because it's really awkward looking him in the eye right now. I haven't talked much either. The most I've said to him was bye when he left for work. I'm not sure if he talked to my mother about it. Today I fucked up by almost ruining a friend's marriage. Not today, years ago, high school. At this point it's just to get it off my mind. Back in high school, a childhood friend of mine who we'll call Sarah would often meet up with me outside of school to hang out. We got along really well and could talk about anything, including sexual stuff, without it getting weird, as in pushing up any walls or leaning into a relationship. At the time I had never been in a relationship, nor had the difference between us being, she was clearly interested in one of our mutual friends and I wasn't interested in anyone. I don't know a lot about their relationship and never did that. They are married now, and personally I love it because her face around him is always bright. So it sucks knowing I almost destroyed that by almost telling him about things me and her did that I was never even sure she was okay with. To this day I have never been put in a position that left me questioning so much yet never wanting to find the answers. As me and Sarah hung out more, she had come over to go swimming, had me in her room with her when she changed, and had me help her do so. I'm straight and liked her, and this was known very clearly by her. Sometimes I thought it was a power trip for her, sometimes I thought she was teasing me, but never acted on anything for a few reasons. Her parents didn't like me all too much, can't blame them, I was a pothead back then. She clearly had a crush on the other guy and that turned me off, and above all else I had known her since we were kids, so it always felt off. That being said, as I clearly admitted to going along with all these things, I did clearly take advantage of the view when given the opportunity. This all boiled over into a mess when she first finally asked him out. Little detail, the guy has the emotional expression range of a brick wall. It's just part of who he is, one of those types who really has to be feeling something to show it. She got on the bus late, which was unusual, and was in a bad mood. I asked if she was okay, but when she said yeah, sorta huffy, I let it go. We didn't hang out that day. The next day I asked him if anything was up. He filled me that Sarah had asked him out and he told her he wanted to think about that. Before people get up in arms calling him an asshole, they are married now, so clearly not what he was trying to do. Anyway, jump ahead to the next day. Sarah's in a better mood and wants to hang out. I come over, we go downstairs and put on the Lion King. She lays against me and puts my arm over her shoulder and pulls my hand down between her legs up against her crotch. I snapped my neck up straight and am pretty sure I went blush red. I fooled around with her a bit, but I was never given a further go ahead or told to stop. I however did stop when I noticed just how warm she had gotten, and she never motioned for me to continue. Shortly before the movie was over, my phone rang. She had just fallen asleep on me, and in her daze I got up, apologized, said I had to go, and left. Years pass, we hang out on and off still. I never addressed the incident directly to her, though I mention it to my GF after having been with her for a year, who also can't make heads or tails of it and merely jokes, least you weren't made out to be a rapist by her, which is something that I always worried about from the moment that incident ended. I decide I need to let the guy know, just to get it out of my head. The same day I decide this, however, I run into her leaving her job as I am typing up this text on my phone. Sarah tells me rather excitedly that he asked me, "We're getting married." I told her how happy I am for her and keep trying to hold myself together. Now I don't want to tell him, but I want to ask her before she gets married and ask if I was a bad guy for doing that, if she had been okay with it, but I also don't want to ruin her good mood. I finish talking to her and go to delete the text. Too late. I hit send while talking to her. However, I had only got maybe the first 3 lines out when I sent it, and so far it reads like I'm having relationship issues with someone other than my GF. By the time I got home, the confusion I left the guy with has been spread to my GF, who first rails me out thinking I'm cheating on her. Then, after she's done laughing her ass off at how much of a worrywart I'm being, proceeds to rail me out for almost ruining their marriage. She then produces a lie to fill in all the blanks and spends the next month pretending to be mad at me when we're around Sarah or her soon-to-be husband. Today I fucked up by misplacing money. Today I sold a couple of my daughter's outgrown dance shoes to another person. Nothing crazy, just the simple exchange of the shoes for a crisp $20 bill. I had some other things happening around that time that I had to deal with, so I out this money somewhere and went on my day. Went upstairs and talked to my hubby, sent off some emails, got the rest of supper sorted out for the family, and dealt with the kids fighting over something. Typical weekday evening. Well, I decide that I want to give my husband the cash for some groceries for tomorrow's supper. Now, this is when the fucked up starts to happen. Where the hell did I put it? Did I accidentally throw it in the garbage or recycle when I was cleaning up the kitchen? Oh no, I checked both of those multiple times. Did drop it when I went upstairs to talk with hubby? Nope, nowhere up there. Now I start to get upset. What kind of idiot loses money in their own house? Me. I'm starting to question my sanity and prepare my husband for the future, because if this is how I am in my 30s, what am I going to be like when I'm in my 60s, 70s, 80s? I tell my husband that I can't, for the life of me, find the money anywhere. He says he'll help me look for it later. I retreat to our bedroom to fold laundry and beat myself up from the inside, putting myself down and cry about how stupid I am for getting upset about a little bit of money. This proceeds for a good 15 minutes, until while I'm folding a shirt I hear crunch 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 coming from my bra. That's right, stuck that crisp bill in my bra for safekeeping. Once I figured out where I left it, I come out like a dog with their tail between its legs to tell my husband the news. I cry/laugh, he makes fun of me, the kids make fun of me. This is what I get for not wearing something with pockets and having a mind like a fish. Today I fucked up by jokingly giving my wife a gift to spice things up. So a few weeks ago was my wife's birthday. I decided to make her a cake. While I was strolling through the bakery aisle, I grabbed some few things to decorate the cake and found this frosting that you apply with a paintbrush. I love to draw and do artsy things, so I decided that I would make her cake special and draw something on it. However, that week I got busy and unfortunately ran out of time. When I wrapped her gifts I realized I still had the frosting and didn't want it to go to waste, so I wrapped it up as a joke and gave it to her. She thought it was a funny gift. Fast forward to today. We were watching TV, she leaves and comes back with this frosting. It was red, by the way. She grabs the brush and decides to smother it all over my face. This was fun and all until I jokingly said that I hope it didn't stain. I'm not a prude, I just work in the legal department and go to court often. In fact, I was scheduled to be in court the next day. She gets up and grabs a rag and begins washing my face. Guess whose face now looks like they fell asleep in the sun for 8 hours? We start using anything we can find, baby wipes, alcohol wipes, etc. Nothing is taking the red off my face. I finally remember that acetone is a good stain remover and asked if she had any nail polish remover. She returns with a bottle and I soak it in the liquid before smearing it on my face. It worked. However, my dumbass squeezes the cotton ball, causing the nail polish remover solution to come running down my face right into my eye. My eye was burning at this point and I began drowning my face in water, trying to remove my contacts. After finally getting my contact out and soaking my eye on and off for the past hour, the burning sensation ceased and I can somewhat see. However, I'll be wearing glasses for the next couple of weeks. Today I fucked up by assuming 2 men were married. So I 38F am a teacher at a small school. I'm talking a total of 120 kids for elementary school. We're doing enrollment and I saw a first grader with 2 men listed as contacts, 1 parent and 1 guardian. They have the same last name that isn't so common, so I assumed they were gay for some dumb reason. I was assigned the kid. For open house I like to talk with the adults and meet them, so I sent an invite to both. Right as it starts, 2 very similar looking men walk into my room with the kid, a boy by the way, together. I thought it was weird when they came up and they introduced themselves, and me being the dumbass I am say, "Oh, I'm glad to meet kids too, dads, it's nice to meet you, Mr. and Mr. Kid's last name." They look at me like I'm crazy and look at each other and start to laugh. That's when the kid calls one daddy and the other Uncle Max, fake name. I'm standing there confused and I'm shocked when the man listed as parent explains that the other one is his twin brother who is helping him with his son since the dad is single and works 2 jobs with varying hours. They both say it's fine and they understand, we have a nice meeting and they seem okay. I still can't believe what I said, I'm such a dumbass. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.